You want to be able to break free from your alcoholism, your severe alcoholism, and your addiction. You want to find a fast way out. You want to be able to get out of this. There's a secret. There's a couple different secrets, and you'll want to stick with me to the end of this video. And if you clicked on this video, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you being here. If you're here, you need help. You need to find a way out of this. It's difficult. It takes many times, many tries, many relapses. If you've been through it, you've been through it. You know what it's like. These days, every single day is like Groundhog Day. It's like a hangover. It's just feeling bad, guilty, and ashamed, and living your life in this loathsome state where you just hate yourself. You wake up, you hate yourself. So thank you for being here. I want to share with you just a couple quick things. We all want a simple fix, right? We want to be able to nip this thing in the bud, be done with it, but we're still finding value in it. That's the problem. We're still finding value in binge drinking. There's something about it that keeps us in this repetitive loop, and it's excitement. We're excited to pick out the alcohol. We're excited to drink it. We're excited to numb out and escape what's really going on, our dissatisfaction with our life. And yes, there is value in that. And honestly, looking back on it, being 5 years sober, I can honestly say that alcohol works. The goal, if you're drinking, is to numb out. It becomes this problem where it started as fun, it started as a weekend thing when we were younger, and it wasn't an issue, it wasn't a problem. You didn't really get bad hangovers. If you did, it was like no big deal. Plus, it's an excuse when you're young. Everyone else that you're drinking with is also young, and it's acceptable. The behavior is normalized, in fact. The hookup culture, the making bad decisions culture, texting when you're drunk, all these things, it's accepted. And you might be sorry the next day, but you apologize. They may or may not forgive you, but you move on with your life. And but you keep drinking. The one constant thing in our life is alcohol. Our existence revolves around it, right? I mean, if you're here and you're watching this video, there's like a 99.9% chance that you're sharing what I went through for 27 years. The blacking out, the binge drinking, the hangovers, the anxiety, the fear of an existence of drinking, but also a fear that if you gave up drinking, that life would somehow not be fun. Life would somehow not have any meaning to it. And that's kind of when I personally realized that alcohol is my God. I always believed in God. I prayed to God every day, but I didn't pray for him to take me out of my addiction every day until the very end. And that's really the problem. We glorify alcohol. Our society glorifies it. And even the people that don't have a problem with drinking glorify it. They make jokes about it. There's memes about it. It's funny. It's fun and games. And until it's not. Until it's a problem. Until you're drinking, isolating yourself. You're hiding, you're using it to cope with life, you're using it as a way to numb out. And that's scary. That's a scary thought, to continue living your life that way. But you don't have to. That's the thing. And if you're on the fence about it, you're on your way to being done with it. That's a secret. If you're on the fence about your drinking, you want to be done, but you're not there yet, you're still finding benefits in it, You are on your way to being done with it. How good does that feel? It took me decades to get out of it. I'm here to share with you how you can get out of it quickly, be done with it in a quick way. And I'm going to tell you what it is, but I need you to stick with me so that you can see how I got there and why I ultimately got there. So the how I got there. I was having issues in my family life. My relationship with my wife was tough. My relationships with my daughters weren't going the way that I wanted them to. And if you're single, like I was for many years, it's easy to drink and stay in that cycle. But if you were like me and you were married, and you're married while you're an addict, or you're married while you're in severe alcoholism, they are a reflection of you. And the longer you go in that and you give off negative stuff because of your drinking, and the more that comes back to you, the more ashamed you feel. And living a life of shame is far worse than living a life of guilt. Guilt we can live with. Guilt we can deal with day by day, hour by hour. Everybody feels guilty about certain things, saying no to people, saying, making excuses for not showing up places, going to work, those kinds of things. Guilty is easy to get over. It's the shame that's the problem. Shame is just guilt multiplied by 1,000. It's you don't like who you are anymore. You're ashamed of yourself. You're ashamed of your behavior. And nobody has to say anything to you to feel that way. That's the problem. These are all internal feelings. The people on the outside may not actually feel as badly about you as you think. But you think they do because that's how you feel about yourself. So this all starts from within. And that's the first real big secret to this, is the alcohol isn't always the main catalyst to our problems. It's a symptom. Unless you're physically addicted, which I'm finding there are people, but it's a low percentage. A lot more people are addicted to it mentally than physically. I thought I was going to have withdrawal symptoms when I quit drinking. I never did. I thought because I was drinking so much during the beginning of the pandemic that if I quit cold turkey, I was going to have tremors and headaches and nausea and all kinds of side effects, but I didn't. I had minor ones, but nothing that Dramamine and Motrin couldn't take care of. But the secret to success in being done with your severe alcoholism, your addiction, and finding freedom in your life again, free from alcohol, is you have to really want it. You have to ask God with conviction that this is really what I want. I don't want to drink anymore. And if your higher power is something different, that's what you have to lean on. We have to look outside of ourselves and know that we cannot do it ourselves. With willpower, we can't do it alone. We need people. And that is the key to success in quitting alcohol. So if you are physically addicted, yes, you do need a rehab facility. You're going to need professional help. You're going to need that. But if you're like me and I drink a lot. I mean, I drink a lot. But I kind of always knew that I wasn't like that drinker that drinks himself to death. I thought it was a possibility that I would, especially towards the end in the pandemic, when I just felt like there's really nothing else to live for. I'm depressed. I'm anxious. I have a family. I believe in God, but why isn't he taking me out of this? Well, it's because I didn't ask him to. I wanted to do things my way. My way was working my whole life until it wasn't. I had to admit it. It wasn't working anymore. I need help. It took years to get to that point. I was in flux about it for a few years. I was like, I want to be done, but I still like the feeling of being drunk. But it was when I decided at the beginning of the pandemic that I was bored, and I didn't even like the feeling of being drunk. Similar to like if you do drugs and you're high and you don't like it and you have to wait it out until you come down. That's what it's like. That was what it was like to be drunk. I didn't even like it anymore. I was bored. I thought, is this all there is? Is this how life's going to go for the rest of my life until I'm dead? That's depressing. So the secret is to reach out. I'm on this platform because I want to help people. I want to help you. And if you need help, there is help. You can comment in the comment section. You can ask for. I can give you my sobriety group on Facebook. It's a private group. There's books. This Naked Mind helped me out, and when I got to the end of that book, there was a community I joined, and there was people on there 24/7 that were able to get me through my urges to drink, especially in the early days. But it's community. We're never meant to be alone, and that's what I found out. I always knew that. I knew that God didn't put us here to be alone. We're meant to share everything with people, and that's a hard pill to swallow if you're like me and you don't really like being around people. And I'm not saying I don't like to be around people. I'm saying there's certain people I don't want to be around. There's certain people that if the less time I spend with them, the better. But I'm talking about, like, in this sobriety thing, like-minded people, because other people outside of that don't understand. And if you are leaning on the wrong foundation, then it's never going to work. If you're leaning on yourself, it's not going to work. If you're leaning on the wrong people, they're not going to be able to help you. And God is a huge foundation for me, so I leaned on God, and I've been leaning on him ever since. And by the grace of God, it's been almost 5 years I've been alcohol free. So like I said, if you clicked on this and you watched this and you found value in this, please, please, please like, subscribe, and watch all my videos, because I'm going to keep making these videos. I'm at a point where I would like to be able to make money on YouTube doing this. I spend upwards of 2 to 3 or more hours a day on it, so it's becoming kind of a full-time thing for me. And if I can make money on it, I would love to do that. I started another channel, Blue Sky 3. It's a vlog style. You can check that out if you'd like to, but it's just going to be me kind of going places, doing different things, traveling, going to different stores, museums, towns, I'm going to be doing hiking. I'm going to probably be going to different parks, just different places. And living life alcohol free has given me the ability to be able to do all these things, but not just do them with joy, because this is really what we're trying to find in the bottle of alcohol, joy, and it isn't there. I promise you, it is not there. So like I said, I'm glad you're here. I'm making these videos for you and your benefit. I'm here for God's glory. I'm here to spread the good word that sobriety is the best. Following God is the best way. And waking up every day with purpose, intention, not drinking is awesome. So thank you, everybody. And I'll talk to you soon. Have a great sober day.